Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will go through everything new that you will be able to do during this week in World of Warcraft and also remind you of some important things. And as you will see, this week and the month of July in general is a very important month, and I would definitely recommend you to not miss it because there's really a lot happening. Okay, so first of all, what's new this week is, of course, the Collector's Bounty event and the Greedy Emissary event. So both of them, as you can see, will last for a month and they will end at the end of July. So the Collector's Bounty event is basically something that you will directly benefit without having to do anything. You will receive a buff on all your different characters, and with this buff you will be able to go inside of legacy dungeons and raids from any expansions before Dragonflight, and inside you will have an increased amount of loot and also an increased drop rate for all the different mounts and also some of the legendary weapons and other items. So basically this is going to be an insane month in order for you to farm all these different items and especially these different mounts. And so definitely something that you want to make sure to benefit from, because in some cases the drop rate is increased by 10 times. So it means that, for instance, if you're farming a mount that is normally with a 1% drop chance, now during the month of July it will be 10%, which is insane. And in some cases it might be up to 25 times. So again, really an event you don't want to miss. And this is something, again, you will benefit from on all your different characters. You don't have to do anything. You will receive the buff directly on your character. And then you can go and participate in all these legacy dungeons and raids. And hopefully you will manage to get all the loot that you want. Then next to that, we have the Greedy Emissary event. So here I already covered this event in another video where I really explain everything in details, and especially I mentioned how you will be able to get all the new rewards as fast as possible. When this event will start on the hour in all the major capital cities, so you have Dunegorger, you then also have Stormwind and also Orgrimmar, and also in Undermine. You will have some treasure goblins that will spawn, so you will have a portal on your minimap that will spawn, and then you will be able to kill the treasure goblins that will spawn from this portal. And when you kill the treasure goblin, you will be able to receive different type of rewards, and you will also be able to receive these new Hellcaster chests, and inside you will get some Hellstones. And with these you will be able to buy the new tier 2 sets, the recolored tier 2 sets. And this is something that is very easy to do, and you can do it again and again and again. There's no limits in the amount of treasure goblins you can kill per day and the amount of loot you can get per day. And in the Undermine zone, these different portals and the different treasure goblins are linked to each of the different rares. So every hour you will be able to kill the rare and a treasure goblin will spawn after that. And so these rares will have a 1 hour like basically timer after that. But it means that if you especially do a little bit of realm opening using the main world boss quest right here, you will be able to just kill tons and tons of these different treasure goblins. So if you want all the rewards, I would recommend you to just stay in the Undermine and just kill as many of these treasure goblins as you can. And here probably you will be able to also go in the pre-made group custom in order to find some groups that are doing these different treasure goblins. Here again, the main rewards are, as I mentioned, the recolored tier 2 sets. And then next to that, you also have a bunch of other things, including this mount right here, which is the recolored version of the Tyrell's Charger. You have more of these different back pieces. You have like this pet and all the previous items that were available during the previous versions of this event. So these are all the different rewards you will be able to get with this event. And for the tier 2 sets, you will be able to buy them using your Hellstone shards. The vendor will be located right here in Dunegorger, and so it means that you don't have to farm endlessly if you just need 1 or 2 of these different tier 2 sets. Another important thing that will happen during the month of July is the pre-patch for Mr. Pandaria Classic. And the reason why I'm mentioning it here is because when you are participating in the pre-patch and doing the introduction zone for Pandarians, you will be able to get this mount right here, the Shaohao Sage Serpent, on the retail version of the game. So this is a recolored version of the Astral Cloud Serpent from Mr. Pandaria, and this is a green version, which I think looks pretty cool. And again, all you have to do, as you can see, in order to participate and get this mount is to install World of Warcraft Midsummer Classic. So if you already have World of Warcraft, normally you can just install it, you don't need to pay anything extra. And then you want to create a Pandaren character, it doesn't matter which class. And after that, you will be able to complete the Pandaren starting experience, including choosing the path of either Alliance or Horde. This is very important. And once this is complete, you will simply have to go back to Retail WoW and the mount will be waiting for you in your collection tab. So this is something, again, that will only be available from July 1st to July 30th. And that's another reason why the month of July is definitely something you don't want to miss, especially because the previous version of this mount for Wrath of the Lich King Classic has not been re-added into the game since then. And so maybe this one will also become unobtainable, who knows. This week is also the last week of the Midsummer Fire Festival event, so here again, if you haven't managed to get all the new rewards, I would really recommend you to do so, because this event will only be back next year. So if you really want some of them, try to get them before that, because again, after that, there's not gonna have any ways for you to get these different rewards. And here again, as a reminder, you can get these different cosmetic items from any of the vendors in the major capital cities, and you will be able to buy them with the Burning Blossoms that you can farm by simply going all around the map. And then also from Ahun, the mini boss that you can kill on a daily basis, you will be able to get these different cosmetic weapons right here, as well as this crown right here. And remember that for Ahun, all you have to do is to go in the Dungeon Finder and you want to click on the Frostlorn Ahun right here. And basically every day in your first satchel of chill goods from your entire account, you will have a very big chance at getting some of these items. And for the new rewards, so the different cosmetic weapons and the new crown, it will only drop from this first satchel of chill goods of the day. During this week, you will also have the Timewalking event for the Burning Crusade that will be up, and so it means that with this, you will have the Black Temple raid available in Timewalking difficulty. So again, a very good time for you to farm all this very easy champions gear for all your different alts. And remember that it also means that you will be able to pick up the Disturbance for Timeways quest that will ask you to kill Illidan in Timewalking difficulty. This is something you can do very easily by going in the group search. Here you want to go in Raid Legacy and you just want to type skip, and you will have tons of these different groups that will be available. And basically just join the group, give some gold if you want to the person who is creating the group, and then you will directly be able to go to Illidan, kill Illidan, get the quest done, and as a reward you will get this cache of Time Wrap treasures, and inside you will be guaranteed to get a hero piece of gear from the raid, which is very good. And also you will have a chance at getting the Ashes of Alar mount. So definitely something again that I would recommend you to do on all your different alts if you are trying to gear them up. This week we will also have the Darkmoon Faire that will start on Sunday, so definitely a good moment for you to just get the buff in order to get increased reputation, increased experience gains, so to just do all the different activities on the island, including getting some free knowledge points for your different professions and also free skill points. Then we will also have the mini holiday event, the Fireworks Spectacular. So this one will only be on Friday and end on Saturday, so you don't want to miss it if you're interested. And here basically it's mainly just gonna be some fireworks that will be launched in some of the major capital cities. And the only important thing maybe for you to remember is that you will also have these temporary vendors that will respawn, and they will sell all these different fireworks as well as these different Held in Orphan items that are unique to this event. So you can make a little bit of gold by simply buying a bunch of them and selling them, but honestly, this is not something that will make you super rich. It's just that because this is only during this event that only lasts during one full day, these are sometimes a little bit rare to find. So just something for you to remember. And the different locations of all these different vendors, as you can see, is right here in Ironforge, right here in Stormwind, right here in Orgrimmar. You have this one right there that is outside of Orgrimmar. And finally, you have this one that is located in Booty Bay. During this week, there is also still the Turbulent Timeways event that is up. And so here, if you haven't got this mount yet, the Chrono Corsair, you want to make sure and do the achievement, because after this week, if you haven't done it, sadly, I don't think you will be able to get it done. So basically, again, all you need to do is to gain the Mastery of Timeways buff. And so in order to get this Mastery of Timeways buff, all you need to do is to go in the Dungeon Finder. You want to go in the Timewalking version, and you want to do 4 of the different Timewalking dungeons in less than 2-3 hours. And normally you will get each time 1 stack. And when you get 4 stacks of this buff, you will get the Mastery of Timeways buff. And so after that, you can just log out from this character. And the week after, you want to log back in and just do 1 more dungeon in order to reapply 1 more stack and get another stack for your achievement. And you need to do that 5 times. So normally, if you started during the first week, this week you will be able to be at 3 out of 5. And so again, very important for you to not miss it, because we only have a few weeks left after that. And so if you want to get the mount through the achievement, just something for you to remember. But of course, it's also important to note that the mount will be added to the normal Timewalking vendors for 5,000 of the different Tamara badges. So it's definitely not going to go away. You also have until Wednesday to kill this world boss right here, the Dunegorger Kraulok, in order to try and get this mount, Mollie. So this is a world boss that is only here every 6 weeks, and this mount will drop from him. It's a low drop chance, probably around like 4 or 5%. So try to make sure to kill it on all your different outs during this time period, so like that you will have a chance at getting this mount. Finally, today is the last day for you to get some of the different rewards from the trading post for the month of June, because after that these different items are going away. Especially here, you want to make sure to get the free mount. As you can see, I still need to do that. That is available for this month, because again, after that, it will probably be added to the trading post and you will have to spend your tenders on it. So just make sure to complete that before tomorrow. And for those of you who haven't seen yet, these are all the rewards we will be able to get for the month of July. So you have this mount, you have this over mount right here, which is very nice. Then you have a bunch of different cosmetic items. All of them are themed around the Forsaken and the Banshees. So as you can see, this is honestly pretty cool. And one important thing for you to note is that during the month of July, when completing the monthly reward, you won't only get 1 thing, but you will get 3 different rewards. And this includes this mount right here, the ensemble of the mount, and also the back piece. So you will be able to go to up to 1,400 points and get all 3 items for free. And here I would really recommend you to try and do that, because if you really want these different items and you miss this month, as you can see, you will need to then spend quite a lot on them, because the ensemble is 700 and the mount is probably also a lot. As you can see here, 575 plus the back piece. So probably if you're missing this mount, you will need to spend 1,300, something like that, in order to get all these items that during July will be free. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope it will help you to see a little bit what you need to do during this week, and also everything you will be able to do during this month in World of Warcraft. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye!